What is up, everybody? Today I'm going to show you how to get some free games on Steam. So these aren't going to be crappy games. They're actually going to be games that cost money and have trading cards and all that good stuff. So let's just get started here. If you have anywhere near a profile like me, or the amount of games that I have, or anywhere near the range of a couple hundred games or something like that, you're probably going to have quite a bit of an inventory on Steam. So if you go over to Steam and you click on your inventory here, I've actually been working regularly to clear this out. I've got over a couple thousand items on Steam here. So what you can do, I tend not to get rid of trading cards. So what you can do is you can go through here and just look for doubles, and basically anything you see as a double, like here's a double right here. I've already gone through most of this, but you can sell it for gems, and you can see I got 10 gems for that. And I've already gone through most of this. I think I'm up to like 57 or something like that. And I've just been doing this now. About every 6 months I go through here and get rid of all my doubles. I don't sell anything that I only have one of, which you could do too if you don't care about this stuff, all these emoticons and backgrounds and stuff like that. Just get rid of them, sell them for gems, and then I'll show you what you can do with them in a minute here. So I'm just going to sell. Some of these are worth more than others. You can see more of them are, most of them are worth like 10 gems, but some of them are worth more. People will pay more for them, I guess. So these ones are worth 80 gems each. I have 3 of them. I'll get rid of 2, keep 1. And then I'll just do this for a while. If you guys want, you can fast forward. One thing to make sure when you're doing this, a lot of these icons, sometimes they look the same. And these are all the same. You can tell by looking at the name here of the icon, or of the whatever it is. These happen to be emoticons or stickers or whatever. So you just look at the name, and if they're all the same, then you can sell them. But sometimes they look really similar, and the only way you could tell the difference on these small pictures is by looking at the names. So, you just double check when there's more than one there, that they're all actually the same name, and you're not getting rid of one that's not a double, if you care about that kind of thing. If you just want to go wholesale nuclear and just run through there, delete everything, or sell everything, go ahead. I probably would, but sometimes I use some of these things on my profile and in chats and things like that, and it's just kind of nice to have some of that lying around. But if you don't use any of that social stuff on Steam, it's pretty much useless. Maybe some of the backgrounds are nice, but you don't need 2,000. I got 2,000 items, and I clean it out regularly, right? So it's really up to you. I like to keep some. Oops, I don't want to sell that. You can actually sell it for money too, for pennies, and then buy Steam games from Steam. But there's a better way where you can actually get more for your value, and I'll show you here in a minute. What we're gonna do here is about 550 gems per game or something like that. I can't remember exactly. We'll find out in a minute. But so these are 100 each. So this won't take very long at that rate. And the way you get these is just by playing the games that you have, earning achievements, playing games, stuff like that. These will come with doing that. So you get them from games you play, which is a nice little roundabout way of earning games, because the more games you play, the more of these that you get, and the more you can sell. So the more games you can get, so the more games you can play, and you see the nice happy little circular logic there. All right, I'm getting close to 1,500. I'm just going to hammer the rest of this out. I've gone through here before. Like I said, about every 6 months I'll go through here and do this. So, if you haven't done this, if you have a nice big library, and a ton of Steam items. If you haven't done this before, you're going to have a lot of doubles and triples and quadruples that you could just turn into gems, sell off, and turn into games. See, what I was talking about here is these kind of look the same. You could probably tell the difference on your screen, but on my screen, it's a little dark. Excuse me, it's a little dark right now when I hook up my capture card. For some reason, it takes the brightness down on my main monitor. So on my main screen, these are hard to tell apart, but you can see Cat 1 and Cat 2. They are separate emoticons. So, up to you if you want to sell them or not, but I don't want to sell anything I only have one of. I want to keep at least one of everything that I have. Let's keep going. That's why it's always good to play the games you get too. For the trading cards as well, but also for these little emoticons and backgrounds and things that you can turn into other games. Normally in Steam, you're supposed to trade these into gems, and then you can trade those gems for other things. I think you can sell gems for points to get other emoticons and stuff like that. But we're actually going to use a third party, which I'll show you in a minute here. Like I said before, feel free to fast forward to the end, but I'm going to work up a decent amount of points here where it's worth me going through the process. Doesn't cost anything. You don't have to enter any payment information or anything like that. It's basically headache free and easy. And I've actually shown a certain aspect of this before in one of my other videos on where I get Steam games and how I get them for free or cheap. In this case, they'll be free, but in the case before where I was showcasing this third party, you can also use Team Fortress 2 keys or Half-Life keys to buy games really cheap from this aggregator as well, which is what I showed you before, but this is even cheaper than that because this is free. And I didn't show it the first time because I hadn't gone through and cleaned up my library recently, and I totally forgot that you could do it. But now we're here, so bear with me, guys. We're getting there. Like I said, you can fast forward to the end if you want. Probably the last 2 or 3 minutes is going to be where the magic happens. So basically, you're just going to want to go through here and sell any doubles you have, or just sell anything you don't want. Turn it into gems. Anything you don't want. For me, that's anything that's a double. For you, that could just be literally everything. We're getting there. We're getting there. Now, the first half of my items that I went through were backgrounds, which a lot of backgrounds are worth more than stickers or these emoticons or whatever. Right? The average price for both is 10 gems, but with backgrounds, you commonly get backgrounds that are worth more than 10 gems, where you don't often get many emoticons worth more than 10 gems. So these ones are worth 40 each, so that's good because I got 3 of them. I'm going to sell 2 of them. These are worth 40 each as well. I could sell one of those. So we got a lantern there. A lantern there. See, they're different. This one's got an arrow in it. Didn't notice until I noticed they were different. All right. So, cosmic drop. These are all drop smirks. Get rid of those. And we got homing. Get rid of those. Looking good. 25. I'll get rid of you. Oops. I sold the gun lantern accidentally, but that's fine. That's fine. Not like it's a big deal. Get rid of 3 of these 4 planet Earths. This koi. Oh, he's 100 gems, this guy. Nice. So now we're getting a pretty healthy sum. We're at 2,200 and something. Like I said, I'm just going to finish cleaning out this library here because it's unruly if you don't keep on top of it. I remember the first time I did this, it took me well over an hour. I think an hour and a half or something like that it took. I accidentally sold all those too, but oh well. Doesn't look like something I'd use very often anyway. Some green poop. Nice. What are these? Cursed medallions, eh? I'll sell a couple of them. And it goes pretty quick once you get used to what you're looking at and you know where you need to click and everything like that. You can get it done generally pretty quick, but it would be nice if there was some kind of third-party tool that would go through here and sort all your doubles into a separate directory or somehow select them all for you, because you got a big library like this. Like I said, the first time I did this, it took me over an hour and a half. Now I go in here about every 6 months and do this, and it takes me about half an hour. It's not too bad. But you do have to keep on top of it, otherwise it gets unruly. All right. Turn into gems. Let's go. Let's go. So I've got probably close to 5 games banked up right now in points just from the start of this video. Well, I actually had a few to start with, but not many. Most of it has been through selling crap on this video. Now we're getting close to 80 gems. I like to see those. I like to see them big ones. I mean, who doesn't, right? Who doesn't like to see big ones? I love seeing big ones. All right. What do we got? I think we're getting pretty close to the end. I've been saying that for a while, but usually at the end of these lists, because they go like chronological to when you got them. Normally, I think. So normally the ends go a little quicker, but I could be wrong. But the whole point of me, showing all of this from start to finish is like you get an idea of just what you have to do and how many you have to do to get a game. So each game is around 530 or 550 gems, which means you got to do about 50, on an average, you got to do about 55 items. You got to sell for gems to get a game. But like I said, some of them are worth more than 10 gems. So that brings the average down a bit. So it ends up being at about maybe 30 items that you got to sell for gems before you can get a game, which still isn't that bad, right? These two are 80. And that's basically like selling 8 items. That's almost half a game right there. Just those 2 items, right? Let's keep going. And when we go to buy our games, we're actually going to have options as to what kind of games we want to buy. And that's going to matter too. Because we're going to want games that give us more of this stuff, right? Which is going to be anything that gives us trading cards is going to give you stuff like this as well. So we'll have an option to choose games, only games with trading cards, which is what you're going to want to do. And that way we get top quality games with trading cards that will give us more back once we play them. So the whole point of this is, rinse and repeat. Keep doing it over and over again. You never actually get back, the full amount that you spent on a game, but getting anything back is pretty nice. And being able every 6 months, I just did it earlier today. Before I started this video, I did half of, you saw I started at page 57. I did the other half first, and I just got like 7 games out of that. So, I'll probably get another 5 to 7 games out of this half. So every 6 months, you get, 10 to 15 games for just cleaning out your library of all your doubles. That's pretty damn good. And if you're the kind of person who doesn't care about any of this crap, you just sell it all. Just trade it all for gems and turn it all into video games, and you'll get quite a few. If I was to trade this whole library in for video games, I'd probably get lots. I couldn't even fathom how many I'd get. Let's go. We only got like another 10 or 11 screens to go, guys. Hold in there if you're still watching. I don't know why you'd still be watching. I'm not going to fast forward this because I am incredibly lazy, and I don't want to do any editing whatsoever because that takes time, and I don't want to spend that time. So if you don't want to watch this, just fast forward to the end. I know I've said it a million times, but don't feel like you got to watch this crap. That's probably a double from the last page too, but whatever. Ooh, 100 gems on these suns. Nice. I can get rid of 2 of those and get rid of 1 of you. You got 100 gems as well on you. Nice. Between those 3 was in like another half a game or more. We got 3,645. We're getting there. We're getting there. These guys are all different. Which does get kind of rough on the hand. Like I've been doing this for quite a while, a little while before I started the video too, because I already did more than half of these off screen. So let's get down to the end here real quick. Oh, yes. See, these are all different, although they look the same. So you gotta be careful if you don't want to delete anything you don't have doubles of. Colors, those are different. These 2 are the same. There's 3 of these guys. Okay, let's go. 4 more screens after this, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there. Now, if you wanted to be quicker about this, you could probably do this every month or so. Really depends on how much this stuff piles up for you, how often you play games, and how often you get these little extra things, and how much of it you want to keep. If you go the nuclear option, you just get rid of everything. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier, but like a lot of this stuff, I like to keep for nostalgia value. This stuff is from a couple years ago. Year of the Tiger stuff. A lot of people don't keep this stuff. They get rid of it and trade it for other stuff. So these are just keyboards for my Steam Deck. All right, that's it. So we've gone through there. We've got pretty much all the doubles out, and now is when the magic happens. We have, let's see, let's not go to Rust. I'm not going to get rid of any of that stuff. Come on. I wish you could type in a screen number, but apparently you can't. All right, let's, there we go. We got 3,855 gems, and that's just from deleting the doubles that I had of emoticons and backgrounds. I didn't do any trading cards or anything like that, which you can do as well. But I like to save trading cards for trading for other cards, and they don't give you that many gems for them as much as they do for backgrounds and emoticons anyway, so I tend not to get rid of cards that way. Anyway, so now that we've done that, we can see we have our inventory here. No, our profile, sorry. We got 1,356 games. All right, so now we're going to go over to NivQ's game service. This is nivqgames.com. I've showed you this in one of my other videos where we used TF2 keys to buy a bunch of games. Basically, all you have to do is sign in through Steam like you would any other third-party site. And what this is going to do is going to share your library with this guy, with this website. So now they know what games you have, and they're not going to give you games that you already own, which is awesome because a lot of these aggregators, like even Humble Bundle, doesn't do that, right? So it's this guy's simple website can do that is pretty awesome. As you can see here, you can dial up how many games you want. So how many did we have again? We had 3,885. So you just look down here where it says gems, and you 3,000. We're gonna get 6 games. So if I went through there and just went through and got a couple of more gems, I'd be able to get one more game. But 6 is fine for now. We're gonna get 6 free games, and we want games only with card drops. So these are gonna give us premium games that make sure that we get items back from playing them, which is really important because that's how you get all these free games to begin with. So basically now you just go, yeah, I would like to do that. And you click on the gems, and it's going to send you a trade link. If it doesn't have your trade link, it's going to ask for your trade link and give you a link to where you can find it. So follow those instructions, and then basically you just go back to Steam and you would open up your trade offer. You can see I just did it with 4,000 gems not long ago, like 20 minutes ago or whatever. So this is the last half of that was 7 games, and this is 6, I believe, or 5 or whatever it is. So so you just confirm contents and trade. Yes, this is a gift because I'm not getting anything back from here. And because I have third-party authorization, I have to log into my phone, which I have in my hand here, you can't see, and confirm the trade. So I'll confirm the trade on my phone. There we go. It's confirmed on my phone. I can shut this down. And then I can go back over to NivQ Game Service. Trade offer accepted. Click here to see your keys. And he'll just give me a text file, and these text files will just have CD keys in them. And to redeem them, you should know how to do this by now. You just go over to your library, add a game, activate a product on Steam. Confirm. There we go. CPU invaders. What else we got here? And these are going to be games with, because we selected it, with card drops, which means they're going to have all that other crazy stuff too. Unalive. Hey, I almost bought that one in a bundle the other day. Well, I got it now. So that's 6 plus 7. That's 13 games that I got today just from cleaning out my library of doubles. Not getting rid of anything that I didn't already have. So minimalism. And like I said, if you don't need any of that emoticon stuff, you don't want any of that crap, you can get a hell of a lot more games. Elemental Girls, what's that all about? 10 trading cards. Oh, they got DLC. A 64-cent game that we got for free. They're not all cheap games, but, you know, some of them are going to be. Most of them are probably going to be because he buys these keys in bulk and then obviously sells them back. But some of them are worth, like, you know, this one's $6.50, and we got it for free, right? Anyway, 2 more to go. Hentai Bad Girls. Interesting. Nice. Talking about big ones. That's the other thing about this is you don't really get a choice of what games you're buying, but, you know, when you got a collection as big as I do, or that you're probably striving for, you don't really care. You know, you just want games, and games that'll show up on your list as a game count, games that you can play to get cards back, and games that you can play to get emoticons and screens back, so you can actually get more free games. So, yeah, and the last one was Road Madness. We go to the store page for Road Madness, and it's another $6.50 for that game. It's got trading cards. And then the point shops of items available, and these are items that you'll get from playing this game. So you'll get these backgrounds and you'll get these emoticons, which you can either sell or sell the doubles of when you get them from playing the game. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's how you get free games on Steam. I didn't spend a penny there. All I did was clean out my inventory of doubles, and I got 13 games today from doing that. I started right here. So I got from here forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep. The rest of these I got from, it was Fanatical. I got a Fanatical bundle of 10. So those will be in there too. But anything from Space to the front is all free games from cleaning up my library. So go check out your library, guys. You probably have a lot of crap in there that you don't even care about. I honestly don't even care about most of this stuff. I just like to have a big number of, you know, it looks good on the profile or things like that when you can put, you know, your silly bunch of emoticons up, and or when you're chatting with people, you can use emoticons that people haven't seen before and things like that, right? So I don't know, I don't like to sell everything off, but there's really no reason why you couldn't. Maybe keep some backgrounds for your profile, some of these backgrounds if you think you're ever going to use them on your profile, but for the most part you could just get rid of all this crap. And you can see they're at least 10 gems each. Each one of them is at least 10 gems each. And if it's something somewhat interesting that other people want, they're worth more. So just go through your library, guys. This one's 80 gems for the Beats Fever. Yeah, 80 gems for church. Just depends on, I guess, if people want it or how rare it is. I'm not sure. That one's 80 as well. 80 as well. These are Breath Edge, which is a pretty decent game. It looks like they're all 80, which is pretty nice. Anyway, clean out your library, guys. Get some free games. If you've got any questions, let me know. Let me know if you cleaned out your library, how many games you got down in the comment section below. I'm kind of interested to find out how many of you guys cleaned out your library and get some more games out of this deal. Like I said, I got 13 games today, and I can't remember how many I got last time I did it, but it was probably around the same amount. Probably 10 to 12 games kind of thing every 6 months that I get for free just for cleaning out my library. All right, guys, later.